Hi, girls and boys. How are you today? And happy Friday. We've made it to the end of another week. So, hopefully, you've been enjoying the activities that's been going along with all the different chapter readings this week for The Owl Who Was Afraid of the Dark. And we're going to move on now to our third chapter, which is Dark is Fun. Enjoy.
Dark is fun. That evening, when it was getting dark, Mr. Barn Owl invited Plop to go hunting with him again. "Coming, son?" he said. "It's a lovely night." Not this time, thank you, Daddy," said Plop, who was sitting just outside the nest hole. "I'm busy." "You don't look busy," said Mr. Barn Owl. "What are you doing?" "I am busy remembering," said Plop. "I see," said his father. "In that case, I shall have to go by myself." He swooped off into the darkness like a great silent jet aeroplane. "What are you remembering, Plop?" asked his mother. "I am remembering what the old lady said about dark being kind. She says she is never lonely in the dark because she has so much to remember." "Well then," said Mrs. Barn Owl, "this would seem a good moment for me to slip out and do a little hunting." "You're not going to leave me by myself?" said Plop. "Oh, I shan't be very long. I'll try to bring you back something nice." "But I shall be lonely." "No, you won't. You just keep busy remembering, like the old lady said." Plop watched his mother float off into the darkness like a white feather. The darkness seemed to come towards him and wrap itself around him. "Dark is kind," Plop muttered to himself. "Dark is kind. Oh dear, what shall I remember?" He closed his eyes and tried to remember something to remember. Fireworks! He would remember the fireworks. Oh, he had enjoyed them. The darkness had been spotted and striped and sploshed with coloured lights above the glow of the bonfire. He still had stars in his eyes when he thought of it. Shouts! Happy shouts! From under his tree brought Plop back from his remembering. He opened his eyes and peered down through the leaves. There were people running about in the field, and flames were flickering from a pile of sticks. Another bonfire? Did that mean more fireworks? Plop watched excitedly. He could see now that the people running about were boys, quite big boys in shorts. They were collecting more wood for the fire. Suddenly, they all disappeared into the woods with squeals and yells. All but one, that is. There was one boy left, sitting on a log near the fire. Plop forgot about being afraid of the dark. He had to know what was going on. So he shut his eyes, took a deep breath, and fell off his branch. The ground was nearer than he expected it to be, and he landed with an enormous thud. "Coo!" said the boy on the log. "A roly-poly pudding! Who threw that?" "Nobody threw me. I just came," said the roly-poly pudding. "And actually, I'm a barn owl." "So you are," said the boy. "Have you fallen out of your nest?" Plop drew himself up as tall as he could. "I did not fall. I flew," he said. "I'm just not a very good lander, that's all. I came to see if you were going to have fireworks, as a matter of fact." "Fireworks?" said the boy. "No. What made you think that?" "Well, the bonfire," Plop said. "Bonfire?" said the boy. "This is no bonfire. This is a campfire. I'm guarding it till the others get back." "Where are they gone?" asked Plop. "They've gone to play games in the dark, lucky things." "Do you like to play games in the dark?" asked Plop. "Oh, it's super," said the boy. "Dark is fun. Even quite ordinary games like hide and seek are fun in the dark. My favourite is the game where one of you stands outside a home with a torch in his hand and shines it on anything he sees or hears moving. The rest of you have to creep past him and home without being spotted. Oh, it's super." There was a crash and a yell of "Scumbo! Got you!" from the wood. "There, they're playing it now. Old Scumbo always gets caught first. He's got such big feet. You have to creep like a shadow to not get caught. Oh, it would be my turn to guard the fire. What's the fire for? Asked Plop. Well, we cook potatoes on it and make cocoa and sing around it. What for? What for? Because it's fun, that's why. And because Boy Scouts have always had campfires. Is that what you are? A Boy Scout? Of course, silly, or I wouldn't be here, would I? I must put some more wood in the fire. Plop watched the Boy Scout build up the fire. Could I be a Boy Scout, do you think? He asked. I doubt it, said the Scout. You're a bit on the small side. I suppose you could be a cub, but you have to be 8 years old. Oh, I'm 8 weeks, said Plop. Looks as if you'll have a long wait then, doesn't it? Said the Scout. Anyway, he grinned, you'd look jolly silly in the uniform. Plop looked so disappointed that the Scout added, Oh, never mind. You can stay for the sing-song tonight. Oh, can I? Cried Plop. Oh, that would be so super. You better go home and ask your mother first, though. So Plop flew up to the nest hole and found his mother waiting. Where have you been? She said. She sounded a bit cross, like all mothers when they had been worried. I've been talking to a Boy Scout, and he says dark is fun. And he says I can stay for the campfire, so can I, Mummy, please? Well, yes, all right, she said. Oh, super, said Plop. So Plop was a Boy Scout for a night. He sat on his new friend's shoulder and was introduced to all the others. They made a great fuss of him, and he had a wonderful time. He did not care for the cocoa, but he enjoyed a small potato. His friend blew on it for him to cool it, because he knew that owls swallow their food whole, and a hot potato in the tummy would have been very uncomfortable for Plop. The Scouts huddled around the fire and sang while the sparks danced. They sang funny songs and sad songs, long songs and short songs. Plop did not sing because he wanted to listen, but every now and then he got a bit excited and fluttered around the boys' heads, crying, Eek! Eek! And everybody laughed. They sang until the fire had sunk into a deep red glow, and Plop had turned quite pink in its light. Then it was time to go home, for the boys and for Plop. And when Plop had said goodbye to them all and bowed till he ached, he spread his wings and flew up to the landing branch. Well, said his mother, I told you, the Boy Scout says dark is fun. And what do you think, Plop? I still do not like it at all, but I think campfires are super. Did you bring me something special? I did. Plop swallowed it in one gulp. Oh, that was nice, he said. What was it? A grasshopper. I like grasshopper, said Plop. What next?
Don't think I would enjoy grasshopper. What about you? I suppose Plop is a barn owl, so he would be very much interested in eating those kinds of things. For me, I think I'm going to stick to the cocoa. What about you? I wonder if you've had a very similar experience that Plop had today in this chapter. Maybe you're a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout or Girl Guide, etc., girls and boys, and you've had similar experiences with those groups, and you've been out camping and you've been by the campfire. Maybe you've done it at home with your mum and dad. But let's have a little chat about the activity. Now, the activity today is completing sentences, and obviously in your booklet it's saying that you've got to use different page references, but I'm sure most of you don't have the book to look at those page references, but never fear. What I'm going to do below is I'm going to put timestamps to tell you when I'm at a certain page, and you can listen really, really carefully. So no panicking when you're looking at this going, I don't have the book. It's okay. Just look at the video, look underneath, and I will have the timestamps indicating the different pages. So don't worry. So this one here is complete these sentences. You've got to use my timestamp page references to help you. And the first one here says, Father Owl swooped off into the darkness like... What was he like? Ooh, and I wonder if any of you have got into similes just yet in your home packs, because might be a simile. And then down below there's a riddle. Oh, I love a riddle. And you've got to find out the different letters that this represents. So you've got to again listen really carefully and read really carefully. There's more to this as well. There's a great picture and it's asking you who it is, and there's lots of different questions about this character, this Boy Scout character that Plop meets. There's more, girls and boys. You'll be happy to know. This is to do with syllables, and we've done a lot on syllables in the home packs and on this channel as well. So this is just tying it all up here, looking at words. Read very carefully. It's talking about the vowels. And you've got to underline the vowels in each of these words, divide each word into two parts and keep a vowel in each part. So we're going to have a little look here at darkness. I'm going to get that up on the screen there. And the vowels in darkness are obviously A and E. So we've got to make sure that when we split it into two, that we have a vowel in each of the sides there. And thinking about our beat, the beats in the word, splitting it into darkness. Down below here, you've got to then split into three parts. Again, this is all to do with syllables. If you're feeling stuck with syllables, I'm going to link below the lesson I did on syllables explaining further. And there's lots of fantastic videos online to help you as well. So we're getting through this book brightly, and I hope that you have been enjoying the story so far. The next chapter is called Dark is Necessary, and I wonder, can you predict and have a little chat with who's at home with you, what you think the next chapter might be about, and who do you think Plop might meet? And now I'm going to leave you over to the joke of the day. See you Monday, girls and boys.
What did one flame say to the other? We're a perfect match.